How's everybody doing? It's been a while. Been pretty busy. I've been spending the little amount of time I have playing this game. And, it's a game I've been playing for a long time. Actually, let's see how long. I think it's playtime. Yep, 53 days. But I figured, and I never thought it would be a good stream game, but who knows? Let's just give it a shot. I figured if there was something somewhat interesting to do, it actually might be something fun, instead of me just randomly doing random stuff. So let's do the story quests. Okay, so let's get started with 6.1. I don't know why I always have this weird obsession with just not doing the story quests until they all come out. So I think it's just like, maybe I'm just like so tired from finishing the main campaign that when 6.1 comes out, I just don't play it. But I think 6.5 has come out already. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's all the story. So let's just let's get started with it so we're ready for the next expansion. Newfound adventure. Ooh, what am I gonna get for that? Tataru is putting on a pot of tea and looks in need of company. I'm gonna get the names completely wrong all the time, so bear with me. I'm terrible with names in this game. Some of the names in this game, I feel like they just mashed the keys, came up with a name. Yo, Fudge. Yeah, long time no see. I see that you're uploading Legend of Dragoon gameplay. Must be fun. See, Vinius. How lovely to see you. If you're not in too much of a rush, I was about to make a pot of tea. Would you like a cup? Take a seat, then, and I'll find us something to nibble on as well. That food does look good.
It's so much quieter these days without everyone around.
You know what's crazy is that ever since we've come to this Revenant, I think it's Revenant Toll, we came here so early in the main story, and when I came here, I made this place my home, for the return for the teleport, and I have not changed it once, and I'm still using it. It's crazy.
Not that I'm pining for your return, you understand. I have my sources, and I know that each and every one of you is doing well and keeping busy with your endeavors. Meanwhile, I'm left with a surplus of free time and the question of how to make the most of it. What about you? Any plans for the immediate future?
Those are some good games. I don't know about Fallout 4 as much as, I like Fallout 3 more. I never finished Fallout 4. But yeah, if you can get back to that Legend of Dragoon, I would definitely get on that. It's a great game. I've been doing pretty well. How about you? There's no option for just grinding tomes. I spent the last couple days, actually couple weeks, or maybe not a couple weeks, maybe like 2 weeks.
Traveling to the edge of existence and back wasn't enough? Well, if that's the case, I might have a suggestion for you.
I'll talk about it after this cutscene.
You fought bravely and selflessly, helping those in need and saving our star from unimaginable threats.
Yeah, that was quite the ending of Endwalker. It was insane how far that went. I don't know how they're going to top it in Dawntrail.
For your deeds, you've been hailed as the champion of Eorzea and a host of other incredible things. But why not put those titles aside for a while?
That's good to hear, Fudge. I mean, I haven't been streaming that much lately, but I still have so many episodes in the backlogs that I still got plenty of stuff to upload.
Acquit yourself as a simple adventurer again, and travel the world in search of wonder.
Yeah, I think I finished Fallout 3, and then I never finished 4. I think I started New Vegas, and I just never finished it. But not because I didn't like it, I don't know. I don't know why I stopped. I think I started it right after 3, and I think I might have just been a little burned out. So I put it down for a little bit and just never went back.
Oh, that's the spirit. I can feel from here the blazing fire that just lit in your belly. Now, all you need is a destination.
I have no clue where 6.1, 6.2, all the way through 6.5.
Leave it to me.
I have no idea where this story is going to go. I don't really look at a lot of YouTube videos about Final Fantasy XIV, so I have no idea where the story goes. So this is going to be interesting.
Thavnair. That's where you should go next.
Why is that?
I doubt you were able to squeeze in a proper tour of Radzat the last time you were there. What with the burning skies and rampaging monsters and so forth. And I'm sure Ritra would be pleased to see you.
Yeah, I've been there quite a bit, actually.
Then there's the bounty itself. The Empire's presence in the region was always a deterrent to exploration. So if you've a mind to sail that sea, now's your chance. Just think of all the new experiences you could have.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much.
Oh, I know that look. That's an adventurer ready to take on the world.
Not only do I not know where this story's going to go, I don't remember much of the end of Endwalker. It's been a while since I finished it. I think I finished it before 6.1 was even out, so it's been over a year at least.
In anticipation of an occasion like this, I was planning to gift you a new set of traveling clothes, but it's still a work in progress.
Does she usually give us clothes?
Shouldn't take much longer now though, so sit tight and I'll have the last few bits sewn up before you can finish another cup of tea.
Dude, I spent so much time grinding for my gear. And I could have just started this quest and gotten gear. Make sure it has pockets, definitely. I didn't even finish getting my gear. Just takes forever to grind. And they put a limit on it too. So you can't even do it like all in one sitting. Observation was... I've never even heard of that game.
Stitch in here and trim in there. Knot the threads with love and care. Just a little more to go. I'm sure you're still brimming with excitement.
It's an adventure puzzle game. Interesting. Sci-fi thriller. In control of space station AI. Oh, that's kind of interesting.
I am one with the needle. See how the fabric surrenders to my whims. Don't worry. I'll make sure the lining has plenty of pockets for all your little treasures. I swear adventurers are worse than children when it comes to hoarding every feather and leaf and animal hide they come across.
Tell me about it. I've been thinking about getting another retainer.
Oh, we mustn't forget the waterproofing. Gods forbid you forget to disrobe before plunging into the sea, or a river, or a piping hot bath.
It's taken longer than I thought it would. Look at that, we're... I was gonna say we're dreaming, but this seems like a nightmare to me. That does not look like a character. I don't remember a character looking like that.
Unless I am returned.
You play the game as the AI. It's just confusing as to what's happening, how and why. Started Soma yesterday. What's Soma? Is that the name of the game? Or is it just like an acronym?
Ah, you're awake.
Oh, looks like it is just the name of the game. Survival game.
My apologies. I do get a little carried away with my sewing. You seem awfully cheerful. Pleasant dream? Or are you just looking forward to the next chapter of your grand saga?
Definitely not a pleasant dream. If that even was a dream.
I promise to provide you with new apparel, and so I shall. If you'll accompany me to the Diamond Forge, we can put the finishing touches on your outfit. Shall we?
There's like 0 chance that if she does give me gear, it's going to be better than what I have. I also don't have the space for more gear. In the first hour, we went for a brain scan and woke up in some underwater facility and with weird robot monsters. Like BioShock. Or not, yeah. Although you don't. I mean, the underwater part is similar, but other than that, nope. Let's see, at the Diamond Forge, all the way at the top. So, as I was mentioning during the cutscene, like the last 2 weeks, I've been just grinding one thing. And I've heard other people complain about it too. And I'm going to complain about it as well. And it is this Manderville Spear. The grind to get this spear, it's not hard. It's just so tedious. And because of the tomes that you need to collect, 4,500 tomes. That is insane. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, insane. And to make matters worse for me, let's see here. What's the right button? Right here. If you look at the quests, forget where it is. It's some of these. Where is it? Is it a side quest? Here it is. You have to do all of these quests just to get the chance to get... You have to do all of these quests just to get started. And I didn't know about these, so I never did them. So I had to do all of these quests. And then about to I think up to here. And that's where you get started on the weapon. And then the rest of them make your way to because you have to upgrade this weapon 3 times. And each time it takes 1,500 tomes. It took me 2 weeks. Obviously, I wasn't playing 8 hours a day or anything, but it took me. The quest was amazing. I'll tell you that, though. But I was just I wanted the weapon so bad. I was like, oh, this quest is so good, but and it was so funny. It actually got me. I was like, that's why I'm streaming the game now. I always thought this was kind of a boring game to stream. But after that quest, I was like, man, maybe I should try streaming this game. And, recording, episodes and all that. Of course, I already started. I can't go back and redo the quest. Or I guess I could. I think maybe you could do it in New Game Plus. I don't know. Or just make a new character, but then, that's way too much work. Let's see. Observe as the artist refines her piece into a masterpiece. And no napping this time. I only need a moment, you'll see. A little more room in the shoulders. Open up the cuffs. A final adjustment to the hem. You can never get into Final Fantasy XIV. The beginning is so slow you just can't stick it out. That's true. But I feel like that's kind of all... I mean, I haven't played many MMORPGs. Other than this, I've only played WoW. But I feel like the slow start is definitely an issue with a lot of games. Or at least a lot of these MMORPGs. All done. Let's see how it looks on the mannequin. Well, what do you think? Doesn't it just scream ready for a bold new adventure? You did the same with Fallout 76. Well, nobody would blame you for that. I'm so glad you approve. So what do I gotta be a little sassy. Oh, don't be silly. Your approval is payment enough. If you really want to thank me, though, all I ask is that you wear this on your travels. Or at least anywhere lots of adventurers might gather. They'll look at you, a famous hero, and wonder, wherever did he purchase those stylish yet practical garments? And before you know it, hordes of new customers will be climbing over each other to place orders at Taru's boutique. Well, I mean, if it took you as long as it took you to do mine, not selling that many. Oh, haha. I can hear it now. The merry clink of gill overflowing from my coffers. Sweet music to my ears. Oh man, I was hoping that it wasn't individual pieces. Well, I guess it's just a glamour thing. Got no stats on it. Well, that's fine. I played RuneScape for a little bit. It's a good game. I don't know why I didn't stick with it. I was probably playing something else, and I was like, I don't need another MMORPG. I tend to stick to one MMORPG. I don't like playing more than one. It takes too much time. Burgeoning. I'm telling you these names or these terms. Burgeoning merchants, enterprises aside, you must be excited to start a fresh chapter of your life. New places to go, new people to meet. I often wonder how you remember all your experiences and exploits without taking at least a few notes. I don't remember them. Oh, maybe you should start doing just that. You never know when some odd past detail might become relevant. Or if one day you'll take a blow to the head and forget the better part of the past decade. Something to keep in mind in any case. Collection expanded. The Unending Codex. Oh, she starts with her. Of course. And the Scions, which have disbanded, from what I remember. And the final days. Isn't that wonderful? That's a great thing to put in there. The Unending Codex is now available under Collection in the Duties section of the main menu. New entries for prominent terms and characters will be added to the Codex as you progress through the main scenario quest. Collection. I wonder if it, does it have everything? Oh, finally there's something else here. I remember when they moved this Aether Compass into here. I was like, why'd they move it? It's like the only thing in here. It looks like there's nothing else in here. He's not going to write everything we already did in there. Well, that's fine. Bountiful Ruins. Tataru has some advice to share with you. As the former receptionist and sometimes intelligence gatherer of the Scions, allow me to offer you a word of advice. Do not expect juicy rumors to simply fall into your lap. Adventurers rely on gossip, and the best place to pick up information are taverns and markets. At present, you only have a broad destination in mind. When you arrive in Davnar, she said it like 10 minutes ago. I already don't know how to pronounce it. I suggest you explore your options at Mered's Man. Oh my god, this is why I don't stream this game. I'm just gonna make a fool of myself. The finest drinking establishment in Rad's at Hand. Charm the employees and they'll not only point you in the direction of the local tale tellers, but also share with you the tricks for loosening their tongues. Now I really must be getting back to running my boutique. Enjoy the journey, Divinius, and may fortune find you. Any other games planned at the moment? I have so many Let's Plays started. I figure it'd be a bad idea to start anything else. There's just so many. I mean, I'm only streaming this because I'm already playing it. Like, I've been playing this game for years. So I figured, you know, there's no commitment, right? I'm not making a let's play of this. I could stop at any moment. We are doing the main scenario quest. I would like to do those. But that won't take that long. And I have to do them anyways. But I still have some time. The next expansion, I think it doesn't come out till next year. So. Yep. Final Fantasy X-2. Dragon Quest XI. I started Final Fantasy XII. I don't think I uploaded any episodes, but yeah, I started it. Don't forget The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Final Fantasy XVI. Oops. Oh, we're going in the right direction. I think what, No Man's Sky. Although that was more of a fun, kind of random game that I was planning on doing. I'm still uploading Dragon Quest, or I'm still uploading Dark Souls 2. I didn't finish uploading that. I finished Sekiro. Didn't finish uploading that. So, tons of stuff. Some stuff done, but not uploaded. Some stuff just not done. I still don't want to beat Final Fantasy X-2. I'm at the end and I'm just like, ugh. No wonder I never finished this game. Welcome to that very hard name to pronounce. Oh, hello, I did not recognize you at first. Are you here alone? Let me find you a table. Ruins beneath the bounty. Would you be speaking of the sunken treasure vault? We have one regular historian, in fact, who could tell you all about it. Wonder if it's somebody I know. Is it that guy at the bar? Ah, there he is. Professor Jalheen. I thought I saw him come in. Although a somewhat private sort, the professor is quick to befriend those who share his fondness for the Mahan's unique beverages. Offer him any drink from our selection and he should be happy to share everything he knows about the vault you seek and a few other odd bits besides. Whatever you buy for him is on the house, by the way. If Meride found out I took coin from Thavnir's savior, she would be scrubbing. She would have me scrubbing pots for a week. Oh yeah, I mean I could probably I have such a huge backlog of episodes. I could probably upload one episode a day for a whole year without streaming. Wild. Yes. The following events cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registration. Now we're good. Begin speaking with Jalheen. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I need to do. I was hoping this would be voiced. And what may I do for you, my Eorzean friend? Oh, first thing, ask about it and give him a drink. Oh, just a friendly chat. How about a drink? Sitting there waiting in the background? Well, I certainly wouldn't say no to a drink really offered. Here we are. One of, and that, I always gotta bring up that damn name. One of Meride's finest. I'm probably pronouncing it different every time I say it, too. Ah, lovely. Bottoms up. Jalheen empties the cup in a single pull. What is he doing, smoking a cigarette? If you get to that point, you think you uploaded an entire game in one go. I've been thinking about that, but I feel like I don't want to spam everyone's feed with like 95 episodes or something. And it would take me forever. You know how long it would take me to upload that? It would take me a couple days, honestly. That was very kind of you, sir. But I know when I'm being softened up. What is it that you want from me? Oh, chasing down that old tale, are you? It does seem to appeal to the adventurous at heart. Now, where to begin? Might I assume you've heard of Al-Zadal? He was Khan of the Ari tribe, which sailed to Thavnir from the mainland, and a key figure in the history of Radz-at-Han. His decision to aid the Arkasadara, whatever, I don't think I've even heard of that name, is what ultimately won them the war against the Gaju. What did I tell you about all these names? Gajasura, thus allowing our predecessors to lay the foundation for this thriving city-state. The truly fascinating stories, however, concern his grandson, Al-Zadal III, who was known for his deeds as the trap in Radz-at-Han's early days. The Christmas upload dump. I mean, I'd have to prepare a month in advance. Like for example, Sekiro is I wanted to record that at 4K. So the files are so large. Each episode with my internet connection takes 3 hours to upload. Some attest that this man traveled to another world entirely and returned with glittering riches. Others that he brokered an alliance with, certain worm of the first brood. Then there's the tale of a sunken vault, the one you seem most curious about. According to this legend, Al-Zadal III claimed a small island somewhere in the middle of the bounty. There he built a structure reaching clear to the bottom of the sea, a deep and secret storehouse, and locked all his worldly wealth within. In the centuries since, whenever a natural disaster or hardship befell Radz-at-Han, folks would remember that tale of hidden treasure. Hardy souls would set out to claim their fortune, but precious few ever made it home. You would think I would upload them all and schedule them, but no. I'm stupid, I upload them the same day. Would you like to hear more? Apologies, I have a slight tickle and... Oh, my cup appears to be empty. Thank God these drinks are free. Milil, another round for the professor. Keep in mind, Fudge, I upload to 4 different websites. And I'm thinking about adding a 5th one. So I'll just put one episode to upload at the same time to 4 different websites. So that'll take 2 hours to do all 4. Ah, I see we've reached an understanding. You're a sharp one, adventurer. And that's just a normal 1080p recording 30-minute episode. If I record or if I upload Sekiro, that's 4K. I do it overnight. It takes forever. Another for the professor. Oh, today was a splendid day to visit the Mayhan. Jalin gulps down his newest drink with gusto. Where? Where were we? Yes. Those who did return from seeking the treasure vault refused. flatly refused to speak of what they saw. Did this discourage others? Nay, quite the opposite. Such accounts only served to feed the legend, and the gold allure grew stronger than ever before. It reminds me of something Azaham was saying. Azaham's a fellow connoisseur of spirituous potables? Does that mean alcohol? I don't know. Yes, he is. Anyway, he was saying that one of his acquaintances went after the treasure himself. Hasn't been seen since he set sail, I hear. But he did have... no, I can say no more. You seem a generous sort. What kind of man would I be to encourage whatever is clearly a foolhardy quest? If my words sent you to your death, I could never live with myself. Kind of sounding like the story to One Piece. Although it's probably not a uncommon story. I'm no stranger to peril. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, and I do forget sometimes, since I'll edit them. Not that I'm doing less and less editing with the episodes now, but the little amount I do it the same day and then upload it the same day, so I do forget sometimes, or just can't get to it. Is that so? Perhaps it's your turn to tell a tale, then. What manners of dangers have you faced? Yeah, I've been kind of slacking on the shorts. I should be doing more shorts. The very edge of existence. From anyone else, I'd struggle to believe it, but I recognize you now. You're the hero of the final days. A drink. I need another drink to settle my nerves. Milo. More of the same, if you please. As you wish. But this one is on your coin, Professor. That's right, get him to pay when he's drunk. She's smart. Jalheen drains yet another cup dry. Hopefully he tells us what we need before he passes out. Anyway, you being who you are, I suppose... Oh, he's not talking correctly. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share a little more. This friend of Ajma, he was desperate to buy, that's so hard to say, to buy a treasure map, one which showed the way to the entrance of the vault. Seems he could only get it from some merchant, which his name, I forget. Let's drink a toast to you, my best friend, Milo. More drinks. Yeah, let's signal for water instead. Yeah, you should definitely keep it up. And think about also, like, if you can, I'm guilty of this too. If you can make content that is specifically for shorts, other than finding a moment in a recording, it'd probably be better. Your drink, sir? Ah, marvelous. I am parched. Hopefully that sobers him up a little bit. Galeen gulps down the cup of water. That was water. Did you tell her to bring me water? That's probably for the best. Very kind of you, really. My head will surely thank you in the morning. I've seemed to have overindulged. I'm putting in mind of words of Master Jalzan. Be wary how much you would think he would be slurring all these other words. You'd think that name would be slurred too, but nope. Be wary how much you How much of the drink you swallow, lest it swallow you. Well, keep that in mind. I don't drink that much, but who am I kidding? I probably forget it anyways. Give me, I will subject you no longer. I will subject you to no more of these unseemly antics. If you want to speak with Azama, well, as I said, we share a taste for Mayhen's fine spirits. He probably came in as we were talking. I wish you fortune in finding your fortune. You appear to have learned all that Jalin has to share regarding the undersea vault. To find out more, you'll need to locate a man by the name of Azama. Yeah, like if you make a short yourself, it can be difficult too. But if you're trying to like get a short moment from some other recording that you did, from a Let's Play, I've noticed, at least for me, that it's much easier or much harder depending on what game you're playing. Like when I was playing any of the Dark Souls games or like Sekiro and all that, so much easier to like make a short out of that because crazy stuff would happen in those games. But when you have like a more slow-paced game or just something that's kind of serious, like Final Fantasy 16, not a lot of short moments in that game. I mean, there's some cool stuff that you can flip into a short, but just wild, crazy stuff and funny stuff. I mean, even with Tears of the Kingdom, weird stuff would happen with all the powers that you have and combining stuff and all that. Yes, I am Azama. And who might you be? All true, I'm afraid. My friend took a ship out to sea in search of Alzadal's legacy, and I've been watching for his sails ever since. I tried to dissuade him, of course, but he refused to listen. All he could talk about was finding that vault. And that look in his eyes, I knew it wasn't common gold or jewels he lusted. He lusted after. He was hunting Alzadal III's otherworldly hoard, and his ambition would not be denied. I see it in you too, that appetite for mysterious and the unknown. Now seeing the Dawn Trail trailer about it being more of a like pirate-esque, this fits perfectly. I wonder if this was like a little nod to the expansion when this came out. But I'll not attempt to turn you from your path. I know too well the futility of that endeavor. So I will tell you what my friend told me. We convinced the merchant in the bazaar to give him the rough location of the vault's entrance. It seems this merchant, one Zasla, I believe, is selling a map which shows the exact route. But my friend's purse was too light for its exorbitant price. With that meager wealth he had, he instead paid to learn that there are ruins on a small island somewhere in the Bounty. And within those ruins hides the path to the vault deep below. If you truly intend on seeking Azadal's treasure, I suggest you put your affairs in order. I wish things were different, but I do not believe my friend is ever coming home. I wonder if that's a map that we can buy. Watch is like, it's like 1 billion gil. If it was anything less, technically you could buy it.
Charles, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
What's all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness? So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake? What have you to offer in payment? As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name. This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Arzadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
Oh yeah, Fallout will no doubt have perfect moments for some shorts.
A map to Alzadal's legacy.
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
That's what I was thinking.
This is no fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession. A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly. This map is the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away.
I wonder why he doesn't go and get the treasure himself.
Be glad I am no such king, boy. Your scrawny-eyed had never returned with that treasure alive. Oh, cruel fate! Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim?
The voice on this kid, so out of place. He sounds like a grown adult.
How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious map. Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hoards they stand to uncover.
That's allegedly there. Nobody knows if it's even there. Oh, I wonder how we're gonna get it. Oh, it's Einstein. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
What of you, sir? Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
A fortune, you say?
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want for food.
I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
Wasn't expecting that. Einsteinian. That's how you pronounce it. I surely have more money than that.
Well met, my friend.
I wonder if the spear he has is something you can get. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Someone is dressed for adventure.
Although after I never put that never put those clothes on. I wonder if that's what they're referring to. They just expected people to put the clothes on. You found a love for story-driven games too, so you want to do a few more of those at some point. What Remains of Edith Finch was really good. Isn't the I've been watching somebody play the Stanley Parable. That game seems like a fun time. Maybe that's something you should give a try out.
But why Thavner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping. Ruins beneath the Bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
Ooh, is he gonna come with me?
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
Why are you talking to us?
You needn't mind us.
Exactly. Why the hell are you telling us? Be about your business. Leave us alone. What a weird thing to interrupt us like that.
The heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
Jeez, man. Just think about that. For those of you who have not heard of the final days. The literal universe. I think it was the universe. But if it wasn't the universe, the literal planet that we're on. Was about to be destroyed. And we saved the planet. And these guys are ripping people off that saved the world. Isn't that crazy? Oh, Stanley Parable is only PC.
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
Ooh. I did hear good things about Life is Strange. Haven't played it though. That's true. Never took you to be a treasure hunter.
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days. I hope to do for Thavner what you and Alphinaud did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove. Come now. You know Alphinaud needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits. Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant.
I didn't even pick up on that. But it makes sense.
Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims. Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough.
Transparent act. Damn, I can't believe I didn't see it. Good actor.
Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent, whether the map leads us to the vault or not.
Your son noticed you hiccuped at the end of your short. That's pretty funny. You know, I don't think I've seen any of your shorts. I've seen some videos you uploaded. Wonder if it's on like a different feed. Of course.
I thought as much.
Cool. I haven't hung out with this dude in forever.
Let's see about securing a vessel.
Be nice to have him part of the story again. Actually, I don't think we've had any solid adventure with this guy. I mean, he's been part of the story before. But he just kind of comes and goes. Oh. Added to the Unending Codex. You will recall I spoke of visiting Thavnir at Bertra's request. Well, he finally invited me to a feast and made a proposal once I was too full of Hannish delights to refuse. He wishes me to train the Radiant Host in lance work. But that is a tale for another time. What we need now is a merchant, or a traveler with a ship fit for the open seas. Matsia is a fisherman by trade, yes? We should head to Akiali and see if he can help us. I mean, I always like Instinian. He was always a cool character. But for someone that is pretty much a Dragoon main, just had that extra bit of love for him. Yeah, I'll check it out, Fudge. I'll just go to your channel. Maybe I just missed it. Got a lot of stuff on the feed. Yeah, I don't think I have flying. Man, I get so lazy with flying sometimes. Let's see. Well, I can't fly, so I obviously don't have it. But where is it? I always forget where it is. It's under travel. Yeah, see, there's... I mean, I'm still missing stuff from the beginning. I need to spend some time and get the flying in these places. Yeah, looks like I have 4 quests to do. Oh well. Well, luckily it's not that far away. It's not usually that big a deal. If, you know, it's close by and there's nothing in the way. I always thought it was so weird when I first came to Reds at Hand, and the citizens were pretty much these elephant people. I wonder if they're like... I mean, I think I've pretty much played all the Final Fantasies except for 11. I don't think they're a character in any other game, so must be a new character or some strange Square Enix game I've never seen. My friends, what brings you to our humble village? So you need a seaworthy vessel to seek these ruins. Considering it was your deeds which allowed us to return to fishing, I should think everyone would be glad for a chance to repay the favor. Wait here and I will have a boat stocked and ready for you in no time at all. Still can't get over that dude fleecing us. Like, it's crazy. It's like, is he not... I mean, we're probably not going to do anything to punish him, but if this were the real world, he should be fearful of that. Have you noticed our little shadow? He's been following us since we left the city. We see you there, boy. Show yourself. Ah, it is you. You know how far out of the way we walked so that you'd not cross paths with some wild beasts? I'm sorry, sir, but aren't you the heroes who saved Thavnir? Or like the planet? You are. I know you are. And I've gone and cheated you. I work with Sasal. Sasal? whatever. You see, the map merchant. It's my job to play the pleading orphan and convince the crowd his wares are worth the price he asks. I'm ashamed of what I've done and I beg for your forgiveness. If not for you, my sister and I would never have, well, we'd be... Enough. I knew your game and I paid the price willingly. A fortunate purchase, as it turns out, for my friend here was seeking those very ruins. You are kind to overlook the wrong I have done. But there is more you need to know. The map you bought is very real, as is the island it shows. I overheard Sashal selling the information to another customer. He told that man where he needed to search, about the ruins, about the vault, and everything. And the man sailed out to find his fortune, never to return. You cannot go alone to that place. You should have more friends with you, maybe even a whole army. I do not doubt the ruins hold danger, but I assure you, between the two of us, there is little we cannot overcome. Please, I cannot bear the thought of... Doesn't he know who he knows us. Now you've gone and made him cry. Yeah, I guess we can invite our friends. Nothing wrong with that. I think with the shorts, I've probably done the best on YouTube. I think the second best is on Rumble. And then the other one's kind of hard to say. I was thinking of maybe uploading to Facebook. I uploaded a couple episodes there, but I have no time to upload everything. But if I were to pick two, I'd say YouTube and Rumble. I haven't uploaded to Facebook enough to give it a fair shot, so I don't know. That we could, and assuming we do find this treasure hoard, it may prove wise to have more hands along for the carrying. Any ideas on whom to approach? The Scions have scattered far and wide since our last gathering. Oh, I can choose. Oh, we gotta pick our girl, Y'shtola. That's the waifu there, man. Y'shtola. Her magics would be a welcome addition, but I am loath to interrupt her research. Perhaps we can ask a less prickly companion. God. Of course. Thancred, Oriange, Elf. I don't even remember who Krill is. Now let's see who they are then. I forget who Krill is. Krill may have her hands full rebuilding the students, but if you reach out to Graha, he will surely leap at the invitation. Will that set your mind at ease? I don't even... I picked those two people because I wanted to see Krill. They don't remember who she or whoever they are. And of course, we have the Graha. Yes, if that man is as strong as you. Is he though? Strong, I mean? Not as much as me. But he's not weak. What is your name, boy? Merad, sir. Well, Merad, your life is yours to live as you will. But I suggest you find a more honest trade, if you truly wish to keep your sister safe. I'm not proud of what I do. But what choice do I have? We need to eat, and everyone's too busy rebuilding their own lives to bother with two grubby orphans. Wait, boy. I didn't take this roundabout road just to see you end up in some creature's belly. Let me walk you back to the city gates. Thank you, sir. Call me Instinian. The end of Bountiful Ruins. You know, a lot of these quests, whether it be main story quests or side quests or just special quests, they always get like for example, at the end of that quest, I got 1,200 gil, which is not much, right? We got 2.5 million. Like, I know it's a game and it's just, that's how it is. But it's just like, who just paid me for that? Are people paying me to have company with them? It's just so, like, for this, it made no sense for this quest. But whatever, I'm just being picky. You thought about Rumble, but I feel like I'll end up overwhelming myself. So just gonna keep it simple and on one platform for uploads and one for streaming. Yeah, I keep switching back and forth. I mean, as of right now, I'm uploading to YouTube and Twitch. I haven't uploaded to Twitch in like months, if not not over a year. I figured, nah, why not? Who cares? It doesn't cost me anything. So, I figured I'd just do it. I don't even know why I stopped. I think it was just, I felt like I was making no progress on Twitch. And I was making a lot of progress on YouTube. So I was like, let me just stop Twitch. But, you know, there really wasn't any reason to stop streaming on Twitch. It's not like it was any extra effort. Friends for the road. Constantinian is ready to escort Murad to safety. I see, look at that. Now we're getting some money and some other stuff. He is paying me just to give him company. I shall leave you to recruit Raha. Where's the G silent? Raha. I forget. He'll appreciate the invitation that much more, I'm sure. As I recall, he was based at the Annex. Someone there ought to be able to point you in the right direction. Let us be off too, Murad. Do me a favor and don't stray from the path. Figure where the Annex is. Is it on the moon? I think it's on the moon, right? Oh, nope. Charlian, yep. Maybe that's probably why they give us some money for some of these quests. Because they just expect us to teleport. So let's see, so many quests I haven't done. Let's just make this a little quicker. Oh, look who it is. Welcome back, Divinius. What might the students do for you? Raha. Yes, he's in the main hall with Mistress Krill. Oh, at least I can see who the hell she is. She was probably somebody that works at the school. I just don't remember. The name sounds familiar, though. They've been holed up in there for days. By all means, go and give them an excuse to take a break. Yeah, the Twitch grind is terrible. I've heard from, oh right, that's Krill. She's been with us, I think, from like the beginning. Now I feel stupid for not remembering her.
Ah, Urgika, my good man.
Yeah, I mean, the advice I've gotten from people about, standing out on Twitch, or like reaching an audience on Twitch, is to upload to YouTube. Because YouTube has more discoverability, which is so stupid. That's a
Would you be
bad
so
thing.
Kind as to.
That's definitely not something you want people to say if you own Twitch.
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
But you're working on.
Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities.
It appears the G is silent. Raha. I think when there's like a letter and an apostrophe, I think that letter's O is silent.
We were able to locate several accounts in the archives of Numenon, but the bulk of our documents was lost along with the Isle of Fowl.
Surprisingly enough, the best video that I've uploaded to YouTube was the very first one I ever uploaded. Final Fantasy 1, Episode 1. Isn't that crazy? It is literally at the top of the charts for the best video I've done.
But what brings you to the Annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just to watch us shuffle dusty papers around?
You're one of the first Rocket League mobile Twitch scenes, so you got affiliated pretty fast. Yeah, sometimes you switch games and people just stop watching. That's the hard thing about it. Yeah, it's not even that Final Fantasy 1 is a bad game. It's just funny because it was the first It was the first Let's Play I did. First episode. And I think I've gained like 20 or 30 subs from that one video. And it's been watched somewhere between 200 to 300 hours. Crazy. I mean, some of the other Final Fantasies have done well, but that's definitely up there.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition.
It might not be the most viewed video, but it's definitely the one that's been engaged with the most.
I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which I had hoped to ask for your assistance.
Sure thing. Although the Souls games didn't do that bad either. Especially Elden Ring. Had a lot of fun playing those games. So I gotta do
Then
Demon
again,
Souls.
It's not so urgent that it can't wait until you've returned.
What's wrong with that, dude? For a second, I thought it was something crazy.
I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Seemed like he was upset about something. Figured we'd have to go and kill somebody.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
I'm sure. Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
These guys sound like a married couple.
Well, I guess we're off on another adventure already. Have you asked anyone else to come along?
Well, you weren't my first choice, but... Wait, does that mean we have to go get everybody
Might I
else?
suggest we invite your Stola?
Take it back. I'm so glad I asked you to, instead of the other four people. Please don't shoot it down.
Ever since the Scions disbanded, she spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Gooble Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift. It would seem, however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Sharlayan the other day, We spoke briefly before she began her search of Numenor.
We don't need to talk. Let's just go before somebody shoots the idea down.
Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe your Stola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say.
Although I wonder if we're just gonna eventually get everybody to come along. And depending on who you pick first, there's like a different
Splendid.
trajectory.
Then let us head to the archives at once.
There's a high possibility of that. But
Wait,
eventually
before
we're
you
just
go,
gonna get everybody.
I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger.
Yep, there it is. And then Urianger is with Thancred. So, well, maybe. I don't know if they're together, but seems like we're gonna get everybody.
There's a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like.
I wonder why we couldn't start with Y'shtola then.
From what I can gather, the Loporrits are looking to make improvements to their own creation and wish to learn more about how we build things down here.
Oh, that's right. Urianger is on the moon.
So, why not take Urianger with you? Let him study Alzadal's legacy firsthand.
Cool. Bringing the... I mean, I don't really care about anybody at Y'shtola, but bringing the Scions back together.
None can deny the
For one
benefit of
final
seeing something with
adventure.
your own eyes. If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with Y'shtola.
Yeah, whatever. First, Y'shtola.
Safe travels, you two. But don't forget, I'd still like your help with that other matter I mentioned.
Right. Then it's off to the library.
Let's go. Where's... Oh, she's... I didn't realize she was still here. Well, not like we're gonna have to go that far. That might be a little closer. I guess it is kind of fitting that we, as soon as we got the Unending Codex, we're pretty much meeting up with all the Scions again. So they are the first entries to the book. She passed out. Sure is.
I've never known Y'shtola to doze off in the middle of research before.
Don't say stupid stuff like, let's not wake her up and let's leave. Wake her up. Nope. Well, at least we're just gonna wait for her and not dip out.
Close my eyes for one moment. Ow!
This game sure has its funny moments.
How long have you two been here?
Gotta love how the music just cuts out like that. We didn't want to wake you.
Nor did I want to fall asleep.
They changed the requirements for YouTube monetization. I thought that was only for like donations. I thought the monetization was still 1,000 subs. I think when you get 500 subs and the other stuff that you mentioned, it allows people to donate to you. I think it's still the same 1,000 for monetization.
I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me.
And the crazy thing is like the daily uploads is nothing. That's easy. But when it comes to the subs and the hours, or the harder parts, like I'm not even close to 1,000. I mean, I'm like halfway to 1,000 subs. But when it comes to the hours watched, I'm like double the required amount. I think they say I think it's like 3,000 hours, like you said. I think I'm at 6,000. Yeah, it's nice. I'm not complaining about that 500 sub tier.
I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections. Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library. So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past. A means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. So I promised Runar, but 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
You needn't be so hard on yourself. The leap I made with the Crystal Tower was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
A scholar in her element.
Indeed. Was there something else you wish to ask of me? Alzadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family.
What all those requirements, they seem fairly reasonable, but I can't imagine is why they there's like a separate category for like a one or the other.
But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world.
And it's the amount of views you need to get on a short on your shorts. Yeah, it's like 10 million. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But I suppose if you have a couple of shorts that do really well, I guess it's not that hard to do.
If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished.
I mean, I've uploaded a couple of shorts, but the best usually I'll get about 2,000 to 3,000. Best I've ever done was like 10,000. And it just seems kind of random, to be honest.
An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse.
Yes. He's coming with us.
And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
Right now.
By ship. But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Thalmazane last we heard.
Then by all means, let us recruit him and be on our way.
That's interesting. Look at all this other stuff that has been added. Where is it? So many menus all over the place. And I've been playing this game for like 53 days. Still learning stuff all the time. Are you starting to do, you're actually doing streams? You're doing live streams? I don't think I've seen a live stream pop up for you. Although I suppose you're on the other side of the world. So it's probably when I'm asleep. Yeah, the shorts algorithm is super weird. Like you said, sometimes you'll get like a short that gets like 5 views. Sometimes it'll be a couple thousand. There's like no rhyme or reason to it, at least that I can see. I'm sure there's an algorithm behind it. But they ain't gonna tell you what the algorithm is. Dude, I hate this place so damn much. This area here. Although I think... Hold on, let me just check really quick. I don't have flying here. This is like one of the worst places not to have flying. I need to work on that. I need to spend some time and get flying. I get kind of lazy. But then, you know, when I have to do something in the place, I just get annoyed. You like my T-Rex mount? I love this T-Rex mount. So cool. One of the better mounts I've gotten in a while. Oh, you're just streaming on Twitch. Yeah, I have not. That's probably why I didn't notice. Because I haven't logged into my Twitch. Like, today was the first time I logged into my Twitch in like over a year. Your stream would start in like 3 hours? Yeah, that would be 3 a.m. for me. No wonder and even if I was on Twitch, I wouldn't see it. I'm too old to stay awake until 3. Without feeling like trash the next day. So I just don't do it anymore. If I make it to like 1, I'm pushing it.
A new expedition is in the offing.
Yeah, where's Thancred? You were playing, I'm assuming Ark Survival.
He left to attend to some personal errand, but should be returning ere long.
That's cool. To play with your son. Must be fun. Oh yeah, it's
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust.
actually coming up on midnight pretty soon for me. Another 20 minutes.
True to our plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed. Our travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies. As you may recall, found the Loporrits had been seeking new purpose for the moon. Another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them in this endeavor, but I return to offer mine own counsel.
I'm so glad they changed the way Urianger speaks. I forget which expansion it was in, but he was talking like a he was talking like a pirate or something. I don't know what it was, so hard to read.
And this has what to do with treasure vaults exactly?
And I know this might surprise people, but I read everything. Even if I'm not streaming this game and I'm doing a quest and it's not voice acted, I will read what the quest is. I feel like a lot of people don't do that.
You have learned of my predicament from Mistress Krile.
I would imagine more people do it with the main story quest, but still. Definitely not side quests. That's probably why the Hildebrand quest took me so long.
They acquired such knowledge, but the Loporrits now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts. Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring delvers to the moon? So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation. But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos? Fascinating. This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation. How long hath it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
Doesn't seem enthusiastic about his cooperation. That's just the way he is, man. What I don't understand is why he got the, if I remember correctly, this tattoo on his face. Like all these people that are joining me, we're all part of a group of people that were like going around saving people, saving, you know, pretty much the world. That's how it ended up. That's how we ended up saving the world. And once we did that, we disbanded. But we've been together for like, what, like 3 expansions? So I've been interacting with these people for years. So.
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
And if I remember, this tattoo was to signify that we were the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Now, look at her. She put it on her neck. I don't know why that dude tattooed his face. But he's always been the strange one. Strange talking. Look at that on his neck.
We number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
And yeah, this dude was the last to join, for those of you that don't know.
I agree. Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
I actually don't remember how the group was formed, or who was first and all that.
What, no time to spare a word for the grizzled old bard?
Oh, here's Thancred.
All is well, I trust?
A wasted trip, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross.
How was your pilgrimage?
theologian beside you on the road is surprisingly convenient. And it doesn't hurt that he's making strides with his light-hearted banter. In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos. A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat binding them together.
This ship was so crazy when they revealed it to us. It just seems so out of place in this game. With all the other airships that exist.
That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches. So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seemed fit to gather? Beneath the waters of the Bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Nay, 'tis not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Loporrits.
Ah, of course. And if you have Estinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. I was thinking we were going to invite everybody with us in the group, but usually when you do dungeons, there's only 5 people in the group. And there's already 5 of us, but none of us are tanks. Like, I'm a DPS. Y'shtola's DPS. Raha's a DPS. Urianger is a healer. I don't think Instinian was a tank.
Feeling left out? I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
Maybe they'll just force him to be a tank, but he's not. He's a dragoon like me.
Released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours, will I? In all seriousness, it is best I sit this one out. Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters. I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East. Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations. Till we meet again.
All out DPS with a healer. I wish the game was like that, but the game, I mean, I like this game. It's got a good story, but there's so many restrictions, and like this game is, at least to my knowledge, is very balanced in terms of, like, for PvP, for example. I feel like, or just I guess anywhere, right? The game is so balanced. It almost takes the fun out of it, in a way. Especially in PvP.
Shall we also hasten our
It just
departure?
feels so bad.
We'll wonder what hath become of us.
I swear to you, I don't have this on video, but to me the PvP is so bad. And like you barely because it's like you don't use your PvE moves. They have like special PvP moves. And I was fighting with some other dude in PvP. And this was like after hours. Because I never tried PvP before. I tried it for the first time like a couple weeks ago. And I noticed, from playing WoW, because the PvP in that game is pretty good, that when I was playing PvP in Final Fantasy XIV, it was just, I don't know how to explain it, but I was in this one fight with this dude, and we were fighting back and forth, and nothing was getting done, right? Like you have like basic attacks, you have like a shield, you have like a heal ability, right? And I think you have different PvP abilities depending on the job. And I was playing as a Dragoon. And I think the person that was attacking me was also playing a Dragoon. And we're sitting like circling each other, just attacking each other, and eventually I just got so sick of it, I just stood there. I did nothing. I was like, just kill me. And like, he didn't, because it's just it's almost like impossible unless you get, like, the only way to kill people is to like group up on them. Like if it's just a one-on-one fight, it's just torture. I stopped for so long that the dude just stopped attacking me and we just went our separate ways. I don't think you can even like chat with them in PvP. I don't think you can chat with the enemy. I don't know. But even if you can, I didn't even message it. I just kind of like, I stopped attacking. I guess he just picked up on it and we just went our separate ways. Because it's just ridiculous when you're fighting one-on-one in PvP in this game. Especially if you're the same job. I send you to recruit Raha, and you return with the entire survey party. I hope Matsuya's boat is sturdy enough to carry us all. What he means is, we are grateful for the use of one of your precious fishing vessels. We are more than glad for the chance to provide it. I ask only that you take care to steer clear of the reefs and the shallows there. We will keep an eye out. I'll take the money. I mean, I guess... the food's... the food's good, but I tend to only use it for the 3% XP boost. I'll just take the money. Yeah, it is a little weird that they have... I guess they tried to balance it in their own way. So that's why they probably have a separate, skill list, or, some of the moves they give you in PvP are related to some of your attacks, but just the basic attacks, right? I'd say like maybe a third to a half or moves that you have in PvE. They're not called the same thing. Actually, I don't remember if they're called. They have, like, if you look at the moves down here, they have their own icons. They definitely don't have the same icons. They might have the same name or something similar to it. Can't remember. But the other half are just different moves. And I think it's moves that everybody has. So like half of it is related to your job, and the other half is just everybody has the same abilities. And WoW, World of Warcraft did it differently. That's why I like it. If I remember correctly, when I played, it's been a long time. I probably haven't played in 10 years. You still had the same moves, but I think some of the moves were changed when you were in PvP. Like if you had you would have PvE effects and you'd have PvP effects. Like if you had like a stun or something that lasted for like 20 seconds, I think when you went into PvP they would reduce it to like 5 or something. Something like that. Don't quote me on it. But I remember there being slight changes, but the moves are still the same. And what I really liked about the PvP system in World of Warcraft is that when you put in the effort to like get better gear and like put time in and practice, you would just destroy people. And that does not seem to be the case with this game. I don't even think your gear matters. I think that's also like normalized. Because when I go into the PvP, I have less health. So I have less health. I'm assuming all the other stats are different too. I haven't paid attention. Like all the strength and critical hit and all that stuff. I'm assuming those are different too, but I guess I just haven't paid attention. But it's whatever. Yeah, it definitely seems a better way to balance PvP. Just nerfs. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they thought they had to do all this weird. And that's why that's why I've heard from people all the time that do PvP in this game that it's not as good. But the good thing about it is, I guess, you know, kind of annoying, but if you look at the PvP profile, you do get rewards for participating in PvP. I think right now we're doing Series 5. A couple weeks ago, or maybe like I guess a month, yeah, maybe it was a couple weeks ago, Series 4. This prize right here was a mount. But, you know, I never did PvP. I started literally last series. And I started like towards the end. So I never made it to the mount, unfortunately. I've been trying to spend some time collecting mounts. That seems like a fun thing to do. But this time I started early. So I'm probably, it's not a mount. It's just a piece of, it's a set. Gear set. And I looked it up online. It looks pretty cool. I definitely want to get it. A man is PvP insufferable. But I could take it easy this time. Right? Since when I was doing Series 4, I was like trying to rush to get to the mount because I started super late. And I was just doing it all, you know, hours a day. That's all I was doing. I was just playing PvP for like hours a day. And it's just, it's so, doing that is just terrible. So, now that I could take a slower pace to it, it's not as bad. Not good either, but, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I did come onto the stream a little late. I was having issues with the recording and all that. I wanted to come on like an hour earlier. It took me like I don't know what was going on. I was having, I guess, you know, I hadn't streamed in so long. I kind of just forgot my settings and things are just not working right for some reason. I don't even know. Yeah, I could do like one a day. Yeah, if you look at the... I'm sure you're familiar with dailies. This game also has its own dailies. And they have a daily for PvP. So I figure if you do... If you at least do it every day, you should make it by the end of the series. Sometimes I'll do more than one a day, but I try to at least get the dailies done. Although I don't know about tonight. Maybe I'll... Who knows? I mean, it's not that long. Probably like 15 to 20 minutes to finish it. Yep. At least you get some prizes. Which helps me get my my late game gear, which I still need to get. But thanks for coming to the stream, Fudge, and sticking with it. I'll see you next time. And maybe for some reason, if I'm up at 3 a.m. and I see your stream, I'll join it, but who knows? But, yep. Thanks, and have a good night.